We are in the midst of a transformation, and our vision for the future is astounding.
We're going from a very good healthcare system to a really great healthcare system.
We have a pretty aggressive plan, and that's exciting to be a part of.
Scott & White is reaching forward and is changing dramatically.
We are committed to becoming nationally recognized.
To practice medicine better than anyone else.
To deliver that experience to more patients.
To be the most trusted and the most valued name in American healthcare.
This is the model for the future for American healthcare.
In Central Texas, a family grew today. A heartbeat got stronger. A life was saved. It's about healing here, about progress and promise. This is Scott & White. Temple, Texas was a railroad boomtown when Arthur Scott and Raleigh White Jr. joined the Santa Fe Railway as surgeons. Stories of their character and skill traveled up and down the rail lines. The two men became partners in medicine and best friends, and they founded what is today Scott & White Healthcare.
It was patterned after the Mayo Clinic because both Dr. Scott and White knew the Mayo brothers. So the concept that they began was medical practice centered around bringing specialist physicians together. Our focus on specialty services is unexcelled in the state of Texas. Being physician-led, you really can focus on why we became doctors, and that's to take care of patients.
When you're cared for by one of our physicians, there really is a different healthcare experience. People in the region are starting to learn about those differences, like those differences, and demand those differences.
Scott & White treats patients from every county in Texas and every state in the nation. More than 1.5 million visits a year in an expansive hospital and clinic network. A Thompson Top 100 hospital 5 years in a row, Scott & White offers the most advanced surgery and is a leader in cancer, cardiovascular, and orthopedic care. It operates one of the world's best neonatal intensive care units and is the region's only Level 1 trauma center.
Scott & White is right in the perfect spot between Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio. Austin is an area of over 1 million people now and could double in the next few years. And so Scott & White wants to prepare for the growth that's going to come.
We see a tremendous demand for services going forward. Nearly 1 million square feet has been opened up. We're growing geographically and developing as an academic medical center. Our commitment to research is expanding dramatically.
There are more than 500 studies going on at present at Scott & White. Our National Institutes of Health supported research has increased fourfold over the last 8 years. There are scores of researchers who are collaborating to do research that goes from the basic science lab directly to the patients at the bedside.
The Scott & White Cancer Research Institute, founded in 2005, is developing and manufacturing unique drug treatments for prostate cancer, leukemia, and many other diseases.
Our goal is to have new treatments that might not otherwise be available. New targeted treatments that will have a greater potency and have fewer side effects. We are very focused on nanoparticle therapy, making very small molecules that seek out tumors or other chronic disease processes, correct them or kill off tumor cells, and have fewer side effects.
The CRI works closely with the Food and Drug Administration to rapidly advance new drugs into initial patient trials.
We have new treatments available now all the way into phase 1 clinical trials for many different cancers. We learn from the patients and we can take that knowledge back to the laboratory to improve the design. There are very few places that have that capability. This allows us to make improvements rapidly and bring them back to the patient. We're trying to do something new here that may impact people in Central Texas and beyond for many decades.
The Scott and White Heart and Vascular Institute has been rated among the top 100 in the nation for the past 8 years.
We have a very active program here for treating patients with heart attack. It's a very fast response, and there are no other programs that operate at this level for many miles around.
The toughest cases in Central Texas all come to us. It's an amazing educational experience. There's just so much to know, and all these guys know it. And it's encouraging that I have these guys teaching me.
Scott and White is educating healthcare's next generation. In partnership with Texas A&M Health Science Center, Scott and White is one of the 4-year training campuses for medical students. It also teaches more than 350 residents and fellows, 400 nursing students, and 600 allied health professionals each year.
Education has been one of the highest priorities for Scott and White. We were recognized as a top 15 teaching hospital for 5 consecutive years. No other hospital in the state of Texas has done that in the last 2 decades.
Education enhances patient care. You have to practice what you do at the highest level in order to teach others.
It's inspiring. We're practicing at one of the top institutions in the country. All of the physicians are instilling in us the values of doing what's right for your patient above all else.
At Scott and White, lives are being changed. Excellence is a commitment. A visionary future unfolds.
The vision is people, it's programs, it's providing the services that we need. Scott and White is dramatically different because of what we've invested in and how we've grown the services and the facilities for our patients.
We will become the most trusted, most valued name in American healthcare.
The most trusted, most valued name in American healthcare.
Our vision is extraordinary, and with everyone's help and support, we can make it happen.
You're talking about one of the best healthcare systems in America, and the best is yet to come.